I have never in my life seen an Environment Canada controversy before.
True.
Yesterday was the first, and we got to spread it out here because we got some opinions. For those not in Ontario that may have missed this, Environment Canada issued, then kind of removed a reference to Diwali in yesterday's air quality statement in and around the Toronto area. This is believed to be the first air quality statement in relation to holiday fireworks. Temperatures at ground level were expected to be colder compared to that in the air above. As a result, fireworks smoke was going to stay closer to the ground, so that is your warning, your alert. So we asked Environment Canada for a statement. Before we go around the horn here, this is what Environment Canada sent back to us when this story really started to move yesterday afternoon. The alert on October 24th was not meant to reflect negatively on those who are celebrating Diwali, and we regret the impact that it has had on these communities. Environment and Climate Change Canada acknowledges that the alert should have been more culturally sensitive and should not have referred to the specific event. All right, Devo, you're batting lead off. Go ahead.
Man. I'm torn on this one because as someone who celebrated, I know that people in our communities across the country were going to set off fireworks. And that is a well-known thing that is going to happen. Now, you got to do it responsibly and all that stuff. However, if you had me go to a specific location where it was sanctioned fireworks by the beach here in Toronto, you could do like, City Hall, Nathan Phillips Square, or Ashbridges Bay, places where you always do stuff for Canada's Day, May 2-4 weekend, things like that. I'd be okay with it because I can go there. Now you're asking me or my community or whoever in my neighborhood to set off fireworks, which are going to be way lower to the ground than you would if they were professional fireworks. So that already causes some things. The statement itself, do you name off the event? You probably shouldn't have. Was I completely offended by it? No. I understood the science behind it. You have to actually explain it, though, instead of putting out a small little tweet with only a few words. You need to explain it to everybody so they understand why you're putting out this kind of warning.
Frank Ferragini.
So Environment Canada is a group of scientists. They're not really the best communicators overall. I've seen that in the past with other things, not related to this. The fireworks themselves are chemical compounds that are actually exploded. They are toxic. They are poor in terms of air quality. They did some measurements last year. There are safer ways that we can do this. Of course, the ones that go a little bit higher in the sky. We did have a stagnant air mass. So you can actually see. We're currently seeing that right now with some of the low cloud cover. Have we seen these issued in the past with other events? No. The factors yesterday put that all into play. They needed to word it better and been a little bit more better PR. It was a bad PR move overall on their end, but the science behind it, they should have let people know that there was a concern about air quality. Of course, if health is at play, you got to let people know.
Tammy Sutherland.
I know that when I retweeted that alert, the response from people immediately across the board, why for Diwali? Why not for Canada Day? And again, not referencing the science at all connected to it, but that was just the general opinion right away throughout the morning as people saw that. The problem is that also brought out the trolls. There is, I know that I blocked it, a couple people at least yesterday, right away, as soon as they started with the racial slurs and started in on the racist rants online connected to that alert. And so that is the trouble in wording it the way that it was worded yesterday. It is because it brings those people out, unfortunately, and not to have to cater to those type of people who will make those opinions said online. But you do have to keep that in mind because it almost justifies what they are thinking. I just felt like it was a little bit much yesterday morning.
Exactly. And to Frank's point, that's why this needs to be addressed better in the future. You can't just chalk it up to it's a bunch of scientists. That's not what they do. Well, you have to be careful when you put out things like this because it could turn quickly. I know you feel the same, Sid.
Yeah, I just why not last year put this alert out? Why not the year before? Why not the year before? And to the argument of, well, okay, the air quality also was a concern last year and we almost put it out. No. That's not good enough. Listen, it's a separate issue that municipal elections in Ontario were scheduled for Diwali. That's a whole nother thing.
That's part of that turnout.
That's incredible to me. Secondly, to have this be part of the discourse yesterday on such a sacred day for so many people in our community here in and around the Toronto area, I thought was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. You can't do that and not expect backlash, and the backlash was deserved. To Frank's point, these are scientists, not communicators. Message to Environment Canada. Get some damn communicators. I understand you're good at your job. Talking to people and figuring things out from a PR standpoint is not one of them. Figure it out. A lot of PR firms around here that can help. Don't do that again. Don't do that again.